Hey, this is Kasim with Solutions 8, and welcome to your daily Google News. I am here with one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, who also, interestingly, happens to be the godfather of our YouTube channel. Uzair, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kasim. I wouldn't call myself a godfather.
Yeah, well, you're the precursor. You're the reason that we did. So everybody knows, Uzair and I met. It's funny. I'm digital marketer's traffic coach. Uzair ended up in my cohort, and then he ended up switching the script on us and coaching me. Because you have, I think, what's easily the most, what would I call it? The most prolific Google specific YouTube channel of anybody, right? Is there anybody out there that has a more traffic channel than you think?
Well, I don't know whether somebody has got over 1,000 YouTube videos on a particular topic like Google Ads, which we have on our channel and is growing.
Right.
But one thing I would like to add is, I appreciate your comment about me being godfather. But I teach and mentor hundreds, if not thousands of people about video marketing. Very few people take action, and you're one of them who took on board what is possible, and you're doing this regularly. And good luck to you that you're getting good results, getting more leads, more customers, and just keep growing. Because whilst all the other people and our competitors are sleeping away, we'll just carry on creating good quality content.
Yeah. Well, you said something to me in the beginning that was so simple and it was so accessible. You're like, shoot a video every day. And then I was like, I can do that. And I'm going to share your channel real quick, just so everybody can see it. I will include this in the description of the video too. Uzair has SF Digital Studios. When you and I met, you were at what, 12,000 subscribers?
I think I was just under 10,000.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. And now you're at, I mean, you've just exploded and have been exploding. So the trajectory is amazing to watch. And if you're subscribed to our channel, you should definitely be subscribed to Uzair's channel. Because we're talking about a lot of the same things. What I love about you, Uzair, though, is you rank for so much long tail content. I remember, will you tell the story about being on the phone with Google support and people recognizing you?
Yeah, so it was a funny conversation, because the guy on the other end in Bangalore, because are you there from YouTube? I said, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I know we learn a lot from you and we watch your channel regularly. You should come and teach us. I said, well, tell your boss and invite me and I'll fly over to Bangalore and, mentor and teach you guys as well.
And he's a Google employee, right? He's in Google's office.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy at Google is saying, oh, thank you. We learned so much from you.
Yeah, because if you put up good quality content, anyone and everyone can learn. I learn a lot from you, and I'm sure others learn a lot from me. And I learn a lot every day. Nobody can say, neither you nor me can say, we know everything.
Right.
We don't. We learn.
Those people go away very quickly. Like,
yeah. So just putting your content up on YouTube and on the internet, you don't know who watches it, who sees you, and you get connections, you get leads and clients, which you can even dream of. As I was talking to earlier on, the furthest I've got in the US is Hawaii. Now, that's thousands and thousands of miles away, and people have called me, paid me to go there and teach them video marketing or Google Ads or whatever. You can never do that.
Right.
And most people have got that small mindset, oh, I'm just going to work in my local community, which is fine. But if you want to think big, you got the whole world to target, then this is how you do this. And the good thing is not many people do it properly, and not many people are doing it at all.
Well, so I mean, that's what's crazy to me is just how quickly this happened.
Yeah.
I remember when you sold me on the concept, I was like, all right, I'll do it for a year. And if I start to see signs of life after a year, then we'll keep going.
Yeah.
Which I felt was reasonable. I think we were doing it for 3 months when the leads started rolling in, and they're great leads. They're people that know us. They like our approach. They understand our methodology. It's funny because I get policed by clients now sometimes. Like we'll do something and a client will be like, well, wait a minute, isn't that going to take 10 to 12 days? And I'm like, how do you know more about this than I, then yeah, it's unreal. What I'm trying to get at though, just to reverse is how quickly how quickly I saw an impact. And have you seen that to be, you know, the situation to be similar with other students, other people that you coach?
Absolutely. And we have a common friend, Dana, amongst
Sure.
us. She has exploded. She's in Romania and she does tutoring. And I told her, keep at it and start making videos. And her channel has exploded. She's getting leads, sales, customers, views, and keep doing this. It's like going to the gym. You know, you just can't go a few times and stop.
Right.
Nothing is going to happen. But the fun starts when your videos get ranked in Google, page 1.
Yeah.
And as you know that there's a 4-pack. Before it used to be 3-pack. Now they made it 4-pack. That means Google is paying even more relevance to videos from YouTube. You get 4-pack. If you got your many of our videos out of 4, 3 of them will be mine, or sometimes 4 out of 4.
I've seen it. Give me an example of some of the search terms that you rank for. Is there? I want to show it. I want to share the screen.
Search for Google Ads.
Just Google Ads generic.
Google Ads is, yeah. So Google Ads is like a heavyweight keyword.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson. I will never be able to beat them because support.google.com, WordStream,
sure,
and what those websites too broad. You got to niche down. So we go Google Ads Dentist.
There we go. Google Ads Dentist.
So you'll find some of our video there, and also I think some of one of our blogs might be in there as well somewhere.
Oh, there's our boy Rob. Yeah, and I mean it's all
insurance, Google Ads, wedding photographer, let's say. So we go after this. Oh yeah.
Oh man, look at that! You own this space. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, so then the LinkedIn link underneath that's probably mine as well. And quite often I get in the bottom of the image as well, at the bottom, you know where it shows the images on the Google page?
I've seen what you're talking about right now. Yeah, but sometimes it'll be like
sometimes they show the images, right?
So yeah, here's Facebook.
Yeah, so that's new. I've never seen Facebook because they never rank Facebook on page 1 or at all on Google.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
So I've got 6 links, and you see the real estate on there. Nobody's got images, nobody's got the headshot, nobody's got the logo on it. So you can really own your niche if you do this stuff. And this is what I do. And this is how we generate our leads. Insurance. I get so many insurance clients now. You know, if I put Google Ads insurance, you'll see.
Yeah, there you are. There you are. And I love when Google breaks it up like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Where does this schema come from, Uzair? Are you adding this or are they doing it for you?
Yeah, we do it. And it is a combination of if you put in the, what you call it, the subtitles and then the timelines in the description.
Okay. We don't do that. I haven't done any of the work, to be honest with you. I shoot videos, I send them to my editor and we post them.
Yeah.
So where is that markup? Where are you putting
it? So it's in the actually in the subtitles. So we upload the SRT file or whatever it's called. I can't remember.
Man, you outranked the Paid Search podcast. This is Rothman.
Who is this?
We work.
Oh yeah, for search. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Rothman, and I forget his buddy's name, but they've got a good podcast.
Yeah.
Man, that is so impressive. It's unbelievable. And it's so accessible. So if you're watching this video, hopefully you're not a Google Ads agency, because it's safe to say that me and Uzair have that covered. So you don't have to create any videos.
Yeah, don't bother doing it. Yeah. You won't be able to catch us.
Yeah. But and honestly, I mean, you know what's funny about that, man, is there could probably be 20 more people just like us and still room. There's still so many niches, so many topics, so many long tail. And that just speaks to the efficacy of this approach. If you're watching this, regardless of the industry that you're in, I mean, from something as saturated as residential realty, you could own, you just need to create videos on specific neighborhoods, specific, developments. And I mean, how long do you think it would take, Uzair, for somebody to begin ranking to a point to where they're actually like bringing in monetizable leads? What's the timeline you'd put on that?
It depends on the level of competition, you see.
Mm.
Me and you are in a very highly competitive nature. And when I started video marketing, the reason why I started this is I got fed up of going to these breakfast networking meetings and all these local meetings, waste of time, because I knew they weren't my right audience. And they are the same people from one breakfast meeting to the lunch to the evening. And I'm thinking, I'm wasting my time. Came home one day, really, my wife moaned, why are you so miserable when you come back? Right. Also, I'm fed up of going to these bloody meetings and it's the same people and I'm wasting 4 hours of the day. Well, don't go. Do something else. And I thought, well, as always, she is right.
She's right. Yeah, I've got one of those too. We got to pause for just a minute and talk about your wife. She's the mayor of y'all's town, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, like she's just a firecracker, man. I've been on the phone with her a couple of times, and you can tell like she's just go. Yeah. That's good to have as an entrepreneur. It's nice to have that, you know, the partner in crime.
Yeah, we've been in partner in crime since we were 19, 20. Yeah, 19. That's where we met at college. But going back to what was I talking about?
Your wife said, "Don't go to the BNI
stuff. Don't go to
the
this guy." I said, okay, fine. So that was Christmas time. I remember. I locked myself in this office. I said, I've got to do something. And I've been doing videos and not marketing, but videos, because I was an evangelist for Nikon. And when the DSLR cameras started to put video on it, I knew that there's something going on, because why would you put a video on a camera? Why would you put a video or a camera on a phone? So the trend was coming, and I knew that this is where we need to be heading. So I said, okay, I'm going to start video marketing, upload on YouTube. And then I decided, okay, I'll do this. Then the next question was, what shall I upload? I thought, okay, I like Google Ads. Pretty good at it. I'll start uploading, but then the thoughts come into your mind, oh, who's going to listen to you? Who are you to teach Google Ads? You know, and all those trolling comments and all that start coming in your head, which everybody will get when you start. I thought, I don't care. I'm going to give myself a challenge for 90 days. Where even if I don't get a single view, like, dislike, comment, share, I'm going to carry on uploading for 90 days and see what happens. After about 35 days, I got an email or a message from Anton, who used to work at SCM Rush. Oh, what's all this challenge about? So I had put up a post or something like that, or a blog, that I'm doing this challenge. I've given myself a challenge, a video marketing challenge, see what happens. What is this all about? I said, oh, this is what I'm doing. He goes, oh, can you do me a blog post on this? I said, yeah. And that's how it started to snowball. And then I got a bit more exposure from there. And then I've done quite a few blogs for them and other portals, including Digital Marketeer. So you never know who sees your content. And if they like your content, and luckily for me, I've got quite a few gray hairs, and they trust me more because they know that I've got a fair bit of experience and not just a whiz kid who is just doing stuff on the internet.
Yeah, took a course last weekend and is now the Google Ads expert.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's a lot of those out there too. So, you know, I mean, I'm hearing a lot of things that are really worth meditating on. And again, if you're thinking about or on the fence of starting a YouTube channel, do it, because it's been one of the most powerful things for our business. And I don't mean just in lead generation. What's cool that happens for us too is, like, people find out about us other ways, you know, referral, I speak, they find, you know, Google Ads, whatever. And then they research us and they land on our channel and like, oh my goodness, this is, you know, I like these guys. Or maybe even as important, I don't like these guys, which is cool because that sort of saves us some time too. So there's this whole branding element to it.
Yeah, brand. You build your brand, and this is what, you know, I always tell everyone, build your brand. This is really important, so that something silly like this iOS update is not going to have any effect on your business. God knows what's going to happen in the near future, which is pretty scary from where I look at it. If Apple can do this to Facebook, God knows what they were thinking of doing to Google.
I think Apple's going to roll out their own ad network.
Yeah.
They took out their biggest competitor before they even got into the space.
Yeah, they're digging the well.
Master stroke. Yeah. So it's a segue that I actually want to get into, but before we talk about the future of digital marketing, I want to just put a bow on the conversation here. Imagine you're talking to folks that would be interested in launching their own YouTube channel. I like this 90-day challenge. Shoot a video every day for 90 days. Talk to me. Does it need to be like high production quality? Are there any like special tips and tricks? Like what's the, make it easy. Shoot it on the phone. Yeah.
As easy as it can get.
Hmm.
You don't, obviously you need a little microphone to make your quality a bit better, and a $50 light, but you don't need to spend thousands and thousands. Get started. Your first few videos are going to suck, really suck, and you'll hate looking at them, but you're not looking at yourself. Just put it up and let others watch it and decide whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
Once I remember, I spent 4 hours shooting. In the beginning, I used to spend hours on end trying to make it perfect. 4 or 5 hours, I recorded it, and then I went home, came back the next day, and I had set the wrong color balance on the camera. So I was looking orange, right? I'm thinking, oh God, I spent
over here, that'll get you elected. So
and I was so fed up. I thought, sorry, I'm going to upload it. That's been one of my best videos. It's done over like 90,000 views or something like that. So you don't need to have top quality. We're not producing a Hollywood blockbuster.
Right.
And
people don't trust those. If you want to learn, I think they like organic. They like, hey, I'm talking to a buddy on a Zoom call, basically.
Yeah, it's more relatable. And if it is too perfect, that means it's staged, scripted.
Right.
And people don't believe it.
I'll ask you a question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. If you make a mistake in a video, and I don't mean like said the wrong word. I mean, you say something that's incorrect and you find out a day, a week, a month later. Do you leave the video or do you take it down?
I would leave it on, and I have done many times where I've missed something. I had a comment this morning on one of the videos, which was posted 3 years ago. Oh, you didn't show us how to do conversion tracking. Was that did you forget? I said, no, this video wasn't about how to do conversion tracking. This was about Google Display Network. But then I have made a mistake where I remember clearly it was a video about call ads, and the thumbnail on it was about Google ads. And then somebody said, well, this is call ads. Why are you showing us expanded text ads, or you displaying on that? And I said, well, I'm sorry. My mistake. It was yeah, that's fine. Start the conversation. You become even more human rather than trying to brush it under the carpet or whatever. Just say it's not the end of the world. It's not a matter of life or death. You made a mistake. I don't want to delete a 30-minute video just because I made a mistake, a silly little mistake or error on minute 21 or something like that.
Yeah, I love what you just said. And I again, if somebody who's watching this, if you're going to start a YouTube channel, it's the mistakes and the errors that I think people have connected with the most. Like I've said some stupid stuff, or I'll get on there and I'll actually say like, I don't really understand this. This is what I think. Let me know what y'all think. Those are the best conversations I've ever had.
Yeah.
And you get people that, I mean, I've learned from it. We've now officially hired from our YouTube channel. I had a young man reach out, found us on YouTube, and he wanted to work with us. He's on our staff now. But yeah, I like the grittier we can get, I think the better, the more real and organic. So I like that you leave your mistakes too, because I didn't know if I was being foolish or not. I had one, and I won't tell you which one it is because I don't want anybody to go seek it out, but I misunderstood the literature. Google made an announcement. I'll tell you because it's hard for me to talk about without. Google made an announcement about their continued attempt at ultimately killing third-party cookies. And I misread the literature as Google saying we're going to kill first-party cookies. And I freaked out. I was like, how is anybody going to do anything? Like, this doesn't make any sense. You know, how could they even enforce something like this, etc. And then somebody in my comments, very kind, was like, hey, I think you might have, you know, you might be on the wrong page or whatever. So, but what's cool is I think leaving that stuff up, it just lets people know, like, hey, you get the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, but what I don't do, Kasim, is if I'm not comfortable or an expert, and especially with all this techie and geeky cookies and all that stuff,
Yeah.
you'll never find any of my videos on those topics because I'm not comfortable talking about it. So I don't do it. So I don't want to
you're familiar with the Dunning-Kruger effect?
No.
It's the two psychologists that did a study that identified the fact that it's the dumber a person is, the more qualified they think they are for something.
Okay.
I'm on the wrong side of the Dunning-Kruger line. Like, I'll make a video about it. I'm just like, oh, I'm qualified to talk about this. I'm just kidding. No, what I like to do is if I don't understand it, I'll tell people, but I like to speak to things where I do at least believe I understand the implication is in terms of how it's going to impact the things I do know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if they, you know, Flock is a really good example. I do not understand from a coding perspective. I don't understand Flock, but I think maybe better than most people in the world, I have a view right now as to how Flock is going to impact the way that we bid. And so I'll talk about that. And what's funny is they keep changing it too. So I need to shut up about it until it's more solidified. But I really like those conversations. I also like what my YouTube channel has done for my learning, because in order to talk about anything, I will go and I don't want to be stupid. I don't want to get caught. You know what I mean? So I go and I read all the literature, I watch all the videos. And then as soon as I feel like I'm firmly rooted, then I'll go and I'll shoot my video.
Yeah, absolutely. And luckily for us, we've got support.google.com.
Right.
But there will be some kind of authority websites in every niche.
Right.
Where is the Bible for that industry. You go there, if you don't know, you learn, and then it will enhance your reputation and also your skill set.
Yeah, just reading the, you know, it's so funny, just reading the manual, like you mentioned the support.google.com, just reading those articles has been so enlightening. And Google will tell you stuff that, you know, I mean, I know like major tenured ad managers who they don't pay attention to that. They just rest on the fact that, oh, I go in there, I click around, I figured it out, I don't need to read it anymore. Which is funny because like if I buy my kids something for Christmas, I never read the instructions. I always try to put it together myself.
Yeah, same here. Never read.
I need to flip the script. Let's talk about the future of digital marketing. So you're one of the brightest minds I know in the space, and YouTube agrees. The people, like, you know, the collective that is YouTube, because you keep getting all this attention, you get all these follows. You have a lot more notoriety coming, and I'm excited for that. And we won't let the cat out of the bag, but there's just some people that have identified you as a definitive thought leader. 5 years from now, or 3 years from now, or 2 years from now, where do you see the major shifts? Like, everybody who watches our channel, generally speaking, they're business owners or agencies, and they're in the advertising space. What do we need to be worried about? And where's the opportunity? How do we capitalize?
Well, 5 years is too long, you know it. You know, we don't even know what's going to happen in 3 months or 6 months time. But all these ad networks, they want to take away all the manual controls as much as possible, so they are in total control. Slowly, for example, the expanded text ads are not the default ones now.
Well, and they're killing them. What is it, June 2022? We're not going to have expanded text ad. You can't
exactly.
You can't even change your old ones in previous accounts.
Yeah. So, you know, the responsive search ads, in my humble opinion, don't read very well when you got 10 headlines, and you know, when you don't know which ones they're going to pick and mix, and it just doesn't flow. The CTR suck, and I know that they don't convert as well as the expanded text ads. So slowly, I would imagine the keywords will be the next lot, because BMM has been taken away.
Yep.
Slowly, the phrase will go away, and then the last one is exact, and that's about it, really.
Well, even exact match is an exact match. Like I see, we see phrases, you know, the cat drags in crap where I'm like, Google, I said exact for a reason here.
Exactly. Yeah. Same with smart shopping. You know, you guys are the best. I know anyone who does this. And you crack the code. 99% of people don't know what to do, how to do it. And people come to me and said, well, you know, I'm not getting good results. in smart shopping, how can I optimize it? Well, you can't unless you know the secret sauce from Kasim and John.
Yeah. Hashtag thank you for helping us promote our smart
No,
shopping.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But I don't know if anyone else.
As an
who's,
example of that, inside of smart shopping, there's so many things that don't even relate to Google Ads. Like we have a client and who was a student who has very limited inventory. And it looked like his smart shopping campaign was failing. And then John went in there, and we honestly caught this too late. We actually we comped him a couple of months of management because it was our fault that we didn't bring it up to him sooner. When we went into his account and really dug into it, he had 1200% ROAS, 700% ROAS, 900% ROAS, but then all the products were out of stock. So he'd have, these products that were selling great, they'd go out of stock, and then the algorithm would be like, all right, what can I do now? And that's why it was never, so there are little things that don't even exist inside of the Google Ads ecosystem. And it's frustrating for business owners because you have to know Google Ads, but you also have to know inventory management. You have to know like branding, you have to probably loop in some other traffic sources, Facebook, organic, etc. And it gets really hard to do without help, which is why these YouTube channels exist.
Yeah, absolutely. And another very frustrating thing which I experience is somebody comes to us for smart shopping or e-com sites, and we set up the account with the smart shopping, DSA, brand, like the way you guys have taught me. And after a week, 10 days, the client's gone in, switch off all the other ones. Oh, well, they are clicking, spending money, and they're wasting budget. We just run smart shopping. I said, well, go away. Good luck to you, but we can't manage your account the way you want us to do it. Otherwise, smart shopping, any fool, well, with all due respect, can just switch it on.
Turn it on. Well, and they do.
Give the money.
Does.
And pay the stupidity tax to Google.
Yeah, that's the other piece of it too. Is I'm not making fun of anybody for anything I haven't already done. I've already, but the thing is I've already paid all the stupid tax. It's like I've made this mistake. I promised you, sometimes multiple times, and we're trying to save you from yourself. You said something to me before we started recording about where the future is going. What do you think the big opportunity is? And it's not just for marketers, it's for business owners. What should people start doing right now today?
Build your brand. Absolutely. Not because we do it. And I wish I had started this 10 years ago.
YouTube. Yeah, best time to plant a tree.
I bet you would have, you think the same now.
Oh, dude,
it's unbelievable. The other thing which I would, yeah, absolutely. The other thing which I would also say is create the content, but don't just put it up on YouTube. We repurpose the content from one video onto Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. I think we've started now. And Vimeo, Dailymotion, all these websites. Now you just saw Facebook popping up on Google.
Right.
That's incredible. It's the first time I've ever seen it. LinkedIn comes up. Pinterest comes up a lot in Google searches.
You can post videos to Pinterest?
Yeah.
Really?
Vertical videos. So we create one video with 3 formats: horizontal, vertical, and square. And then it goes to Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, whichever format they want. Pinterest is unbelievable because, again, nobody's doing it. High authority, you get ranked straight up on Google page 1. So you not only have multiple video links, you will have your blog, you will have a Facebook or a LinkedIn or a Pinterest, and you own Google page 1.
Yeah, as we've seen you do for multiple industries.
Yeah.
To own Google Ads insurance, that's a huge industry.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
Yeah, I got one client, they came to me and said, oh, our cost per acquisition cost per lead is about £129. Can you do something about it? I said, yeah, I'll reduce it in half within 45, 60 days.
Wow.
And we took it down to a third. And they could not, they said to me one day, oh, can you pause the campaigns? We can't take these many calls. So because we're now growing our call center, more people, we're getting in to answer the calls, which is a good problem to have. But that's the kind of thing, because they totally trust you. And then you can do the same. Even with insurance, it's a very big niche. So we get car insurance, home insurance, life insurance, health insurance.
You build a whole business just around that.
Mortgage insurance. Yeah.
Right.
Same thing. So you can niche down and then keep putting content after content, and you'll own that space.
Yeah. Build your brand. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Start right now today. If you haven't done anything, it's, I mean, to the point that you're making, I don't love it when people's phone is shaky.
Yeah.
If you put it on a tripod so it's stable, and like you said, if you have adequate audio and just a light, like you're done. Shoot that, throw it online. Your first videos are gonna suck. You know what's funny about that though, man? I've had like 2 negative comments in almost a year. I started October of last year. It's almost October. I've had like 2, like me. I've had people disagree with me, which I like. I'm like, thank you. This is awesome. Yeah. 2 people agree on everything. One of them is unnecessary. But I've had like maybe 2 people say things that were like, well, that was unkind. But other than that, everybody's been nothing but, you know, oh, thanks. This is awesome. Really appreciate you.
Yeah. But that means they're getting cheesed off from your success. And that means that you are doing something right when you start getting comments. So good. And the thing is, those idiots don't know that they're actually helping us by putting up this content because
the algorithm.
Yeah. Put it more.
Yeah, well, I bring that up because if anybody's watching this and if you're nervous about starting, because you're nervous about like, oh, what are people going to say? What are they going to think? First of all, who cares? Second of all, I've found people to be pretty supportive, interestingly, which has been awesome. Yeah. And man, I just gotta thank you, because without you, this YouTube channel wouldn't exist.
No need to thank you. I appreciate your friendship, first of all, and appreciate your kind words, but it's all your hard work. You and John are doing it, and that is the key. You got to do it, you know, take action like you always tell others. Most people, 99% don't do it. And some of them who do it, they stop after a few. Oh, it's waste of time because I've uploaded 5 videos and I've got 10 views.
I'm not famous yet.
Nothing is going to happen until 100 videos.
I remember you telling me that too. That's a great, and now does that kind of make sense? Because, you know, a video every day for 90 days, like you're about right there. So yeah. And you coach people, right? Uzair, you don't just have a service business, you've got a coaching business. Tell me about your coaching. What is it that you coach on?
So we have 2 parts of the business. One is the agency where we do manage accounts from the small to the biggest. And then we have the coaching program where there are 3 coaching calls a week. We go live like this in group sessions. And you also get access to over 300-400 videos, which is in our portal for paid members. And it's, once you're in forever. So I'll be your coach and your mentor forever, not just for a few months or a year or 2.
And what are you coaching people on? Is it Google Ads, YouTube
Google
channel?
Ads, okay. Google Ads. So search, shopping, display, video.
That's great. Good for you. And if somebody wanted to seek out your coaching program, where do they go?
So they can go on to our website, sfdigital.co.uk. And from there, I will probably remarket to you with all my lovely courses. So all courses, or if you, instead of www, if you type in courses.sfdigital.co.uk, all our courses are online over there.
All right, I'll include that in the description too. And you've got a lot of them. So I can buy all your courses for $6,000.
And then
we've got Google Ads Editor, which I don't have a course on editor and never plan on producing one. So that's a great one.
Yeah.
Your Ads Ninja, video marketing, GDN. GDN's, man, I feel like GDN is the biggest missed opportunity the traffic is cheap. It's so prolific. It's just hard to figure out. And you know what? It's really the exclusions, because there's so many places you don't want your ads, and Google doesn't do a good enough job of putting like bumpers on it. So, man, I need to go buy your damn GDN course, because I need to spend more time playing with GDN. We don't do nearly enough in it.
I'll send you a coupon code.
I appreciate that.
100% off.
Yeah, no, that's too kind. So if you're watching this, subscribe to Uzair on YouTube. Go check out his courses if you're interested. People ask us about a coaching program all the time. I've kind of hinted at one, but I don't know if I'll ever do it, man. It's just like, how do you find the time? It just feels exhausting.
Well, obviously there is work to be done to it, but it gives me great pleasure. I had one guy today on our calls. He had his first ever conversion.
That
And
is
that joy on his face was, I wish I had recorded that or photographed it. Oh, wow, I've got a conversion. He couldn't believe it.
yeah.
Well, I've been trying this for a long time and didn't know what was happening. And now all of a sudden the conversions have started. So yeah, it's, and I've done a lot of presenting workshops, seminars for Nikon, Apple, and most major digital marketing and photography companies in UK and Europe. So to put this into an online version instead of in-person event, it's not that difficult. And once you've got your, and I've got, I'm well, I'm lucky, but I worked hard to build up a really good team behind me.
It's funny how
So
those two things tend to merge. The harder you
yeah,
work, the luckier you
and
get.
my dad used to tell me always, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've got a great team, and now I don't need to do anything other than just shoot the videos, hand it over, and I don't even know where they go, how, when they do go, where they go, and the whole system is in place. So the other thing which I would highly recommend is systemize everything. Without that, you will not be able to scale your business.
Yeah, that's a whole other video.
Yeah, that's another video. Yeah.
Uzair,
And
thanks for being here.
you've seen my Google Ads processes and systems, how we run Google Ads.
Oh, you've blown me away. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super impressed. You're awesome. I hope we get to do this again.
Sorry?
I hope we get to do this again.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
We'll do a
It'll be
follow-up.
a pleasure. Yeah, it'll be a pleasure. And we can pick up a topic or something and perhaps do a workshop or something like that. And we can do it on my channel. Either doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, your channel's a lot bigger than my channel, so we'll probably need to. If you're watching this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out Uzair. Appreciate you, sir. And I'll see you all tomorrow.
Thanks, Kasim.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know we actually know what we're doing. We shoot a video every single day. So if you want to be notified, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any input, don't hesitate to hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We get very little human interaction. Thanks for supporting our channel, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.